you ever wanted to play a deck that could swing through all 5 of your opponent's security in just one turn? The boy do I got the deck for you. What's going on, guys? Levi here with the Digi Bros. And today we got another exciting English 1.5 format deck profile for you guys. Today we're showing off a really awesome and a really fun deck. This is Ragnaloardmon Red or Ragnared, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's a super fun and super exciting new way to play red in the 1.5 format. So I'm excited to show this deck off to you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Heading on down, this is him, this is the deck, this is Ragnaloardmon, and yeah guys, let's get right into it. Starting off at the top, or I mean I guess at the bottom, we're starting with our babies. We do play 4 copies of Digimon. Digimon is super good. While your opponent has 5 or more cards in trash, this Digimon gains 1000 DP. So mid to late game, after your opponent gets some cards in trash, gains 1000 always. So super solid effect. It's the most consistent way for a Digitama in red to give the Digimon plus 1000. So this is the one we're going with right now. There are better ones coming out down the line, so if those come out, I do suggest changing this out for a slightly better one. Then we run 1 Koromon. While this Digimon has 4 or more Digi Evolution cards, it gets plus 1000 DP. So if you have the Koromon and go up into your level 6, it gets plus 1000. You always want to run 5. I know in my Cranium deck I only ran 4, but always run 5 Digitamas, guys. But yeah, moving on to the main deck. This is him. This is Ragnaloardmon. Let's get a good look at him. He has some of the most awesome artwork I've seen of any card. He kind of looks like a Vanguard card. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen what they look like, but I've actually never played Vanguard, but I have friends who have, and his artwork has always reminded me of Vanguard. So yeah, super awesome. He's not quite in English. He didn't come out until Friday for English, so we're working with the Japanese ones right now, but you do run 4 copies of him. I know what you're thinking, Levi, that is a Japanese card and I cannot read it. Well, you are in luck because I have a translation. I have a translation pulled up, so I can tell you what he does. I can't read Japanese. He has several effects. His very first effect is he has security attack +1. So that's good. That's always good. And then he has reboot, which is also really insane. And then it's his other effect that actually makes him really, really insane. Did I say insane twice? His other effect is when digivolving, you may place 1 Durandamon or 1 Ragnaloardmon from your hand on top of this card's Digi-Evolution sources and gain 3 memory. So basically, if you evolve him and you have one of these guys in your hand, you can attach it to the bottom of him, and then you gain 3 memory. And as you can see, guys, he is only 3 to evolve. For level 7, that is really cheap. And if you evolve and you have one of these in hand, and you can attach it up under it, and then he's free to evolve. That's a super awesome effect. A level 7 that is virtually free to evolve is super awesome. So yeah, the whole point of the deck is to evolve up into him, and then stack up the security attacks on him, because he natively has security attack +1, and we have other cards in the deck that can boost that up to where you're taking out potentially 5 of your opponent's security in 1 turn. So that's all for him. We're going to move down to the level 6s that I was just showing you. These guys are super cool. We are running 3 of each. I have tried lists that ran 4 of each, but after testing, I do think 3 is the correct number. But again, I am open to try different combinations. This is our Durandamon, and this is our Ragnaloardmon. Sorry guys if I butchered this. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I've looked up some videos and that's how I've seen people pronounce it. So Ragnaloardmon. Potentially. Alright, so these guys are just vanilla, 10 to play, 12,000 attack. They're both evolved from red and black. There's a red and a black version of this deck, and you can play these both in both of them. Both of the versions are fun. I've tried the black build before, but I don't think it is as competitive as the red deck, just because Red's ability to run cards like Gaia Force and other ways to increase the security attacks is just so powerful. I know what you're wondering yet again, what do? They have no effects on the field. They're both vanillas, but their inheritables are what make them good. The black one, the Ragnaloardmon, gives the one above it blocker, and then the Durandamon gives him one above it piercing. The ideal play is to have him on the field and then evolve into him and then use his effect to attach one of these two to the bottom of his source and then gain through memory. So he now has security attack +1, reboot. He then gains from the inheritables blocker and piercing. Piercing, you can swing and not fear a blocker because even if they do block, you still get to do the security checks. So that is a super powerful combo. And then he has reboot, and then during your opponent's turn, he becomes a blocker. So a 14,000 blocker that's swinging for 5 security is pretty insane, as you guys probably can tell. So yep, that's our level 6s. Our last 2 level 6s we do run are 2 copies of Blitzgreymon. Blitzgreymon is a super powerful, when Digivolve, devolve one of your opponent's Digimon by 2, and he has piercing. Super good. So you can go up into him, devolve your opponent's Digimon, next turn evolve up to a Ragnaloardmon, trigger his effect, attach one of these to him, and you evolve for free. So you don't necessarily need to evolve on top of one of these as long as you have one in hand to trigger. I don't know if you guys can see, but Charlie's down here. Charlie, they can see you on the video. You don't have a deck. I can't play against you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to record a video. Don't look at me like that. Sorry about that, guys. You know how cats get when they want to play Digimon and they don't have a deck together. You know how it goes. But yeah, guys, Blitzgreymon, a super powerful card and a great addition to this deck. Moving on to the level 5s, we got 4 of the Duramon, vanilla, 3 to evolve, level 5, inheritable. If the Digimon above it is a level 7, it gains security attack +1. So this is obviously for to have up under your Ragnaloardmon line, because security attack +1, security attack +2, pretty insane. That's one way to get an extra security check in this deck. And then we do play 6 vanillas in the form of 2 Groundramon and 4 Lavogaridamon. I consider doing it the other way around, but there are several times where you find yourself in a situation where you're not able to go up into a level 6, or you just want to do some beatdown with your level 5 before you evolve. So that 8,000 attack on the Lavogaridamon really does get in there, so that is the reason I decided to run him maxed out as opposed to the Groundramon. Even though the Groundramon, 5 to play from hand, if your hand's not great, you can just drop him. It's super useful. I might swap it in the future, but for now, this is how I'm liking it. That's how I'm running it. Moving on down to our champions. We do run 3 of our blocker. I'm running 11 champions, and I was here, let me go ahead and show you all of them. We're running 4 and then 4. Do not judge me. We were only able to get 3 of the alternate art. If you guys do have one, please send it our way, but if not, we're just gonna keep running it like this. I guess we could just run 4 of that, but I mean, you don't just not play this card. Come on, look at him. Alright, so I was considering bumping down him, but I feel like the memory efficiency of evolving for 1 into a champion is just too good not to play. So out of these, I felt like the blocker was the least important because the security attack +1 from the starter deck Greymon is too important for the deck's strategy. So the ideal line is to have him, you want to have the Duramon, and then up into him, and then right there is security attack +3, you're swinging for 4. And that's kind of the ideal situation for this deck. So that's what you want to do. Moving on down to our champions, or not our champions, our rookies. What am I doing here? We do run 4 Zubamon. Zubamon's really powerful. He is the searcher for the deck. When played, you crack the top 5 cards of your deck and add a Ragnaloardmon and 1 Digimon with legend arms in its name. So that does count himself. That counts our level 5 Duramon, and that counts any of these cards. So yeah, you have quite a few targets for him. So you should hit something when you go him, and it's just awesome that you can go him, potentially grab a 6 and then a Ragnaloardmon. Or you can grab 2 Ragnaloardmons, grab Ragnaloardmon, and then grab him because he has legend arms in his type. So yeah, super good card. And worst comes to worst, you can always, evolve on top of him, get that draw if you don't need to search. So we run 4 copies of him because consistency is good. And then we run 4 copies of Agumon plus 1,000 during your turn. Really powerful effect. And then we run 4 Biyomon. And for our 13th rookie, we play just 1 more vanilla because vanillas are good. I would run a second one if I had room, but again, it is really tight for space right now. We run 4 non-Digimon cards, and these are 2 copies of Tai. Tai is super powerful in this deck because not only is it a memory tamer, but it has an additional effect that says all your red Digimon with 4 or more Digi evolution sources gain security attack +1. And if you look closely, Ragnaloardmon is a red Digimon. If you go open him and have tie on the field, that gives you an additional security tag. So if you have this on the field, you have your Greymon, you have your Duramon, and you have your Ragnaloardmon at the top. That is security attack plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it does the normal security check, so that is checking 5 security. That is an incredibly powerful combo, and if you don't believe that actually comes up, watch the gameplay from yesterday, because it did. That exact situation happened, and it was super nasty. And for the final 2 cards, guys, being that we are playing red, we do have to run 2 copies of Gaia Force, 8 to play, destroy one of your opponent's Digimon, possibly the best option card in the game. I would argue trying to run more of that, but like I was saying, guys, this deck space is really tight. As you guys can see, this deck is super cool. It's about just getting up into this guy and then trying to get as many security attacks as possible. And even if you're not able to take out your opponent with as many security attacks, you can really just go up in him, attack security. He's probably not going to die because he is 14,000 attack. The only thing he's dying to is an Omnimon, which does happen on occasion because Omnimon is a popular card. So you're going to go up in him, swing security, knock out 2, and then he has reboot, and then potentially has blocker. So you're just kind of controlling the game that way. Your opponent's not going to be able to attack you because you're going to block them. Then during their turn, if they did attack, you can pierce over their guys and hit security attack plus 1. So yeah, he's a super powerful card, and I do expect this deck to be fairly competitive in the 1.5 format. I think it's a deck not a lot of people are taking seriously, but I think it's going to be a sleeper hit, guys. I think you should consider trying to play this. It's super fun. We've had a blast putting it together and trying out different matches with it. And yeah, who doesn't want to swing for 5 security? I mean, come on, it's a blowout. Your opponent can't even block him. He has piercing if you have the correct line, which you almost always do because it's Ragnaloardmon. And he's free to evolve, guys. What more can I say? But alright, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the deck. And also let us know what other Digimon TCG 1.5 decks you guys would like to see videos on in the future. We do have a few other colors planned. We are going to do an Old Force, a Shine Greymon, and an Imperialdramon deck. But if there's any other decks you guys would like to see, maybe a Sarasmon Green, maybe a Imperialdramon Green deck, maybe. I don't know what you guys want to see. But alright, guys, that's all I got for you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Digimon TCG related content. My name is Levi with the Digi Bros. I'll see you guys next time.